All right, let's dive into something pretty cool today.
Cool.
A book that's been around for like almost 100 years,
Wow.
but still feels, relevant today.
Yeah.
It's called The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Shinn,
Okay.
published way back in 1925.
Interesting.
And people are still finding like wisdom and guidance in it today.
I guess some things are timeless.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's so interesting is, she wasn't just like a typical self-help person.
Right.
She was an artist,
Oh, wow.
an illustrator,
Cool.
taught metaphysics even.
Oh, wow. That's a really interesting background.
Yeah. So it definitely shapes her writing.
Yeah, definitely a different way of looking at the world.
Yeah.
So give us the big picture, like what's the core of her philosophy?
Well, it's this idea that life is a game, not a fight.
Okay, life's a game. I'm intrigued, but like honestly a little hesitant.
Oh, yeah.
Like what does that even mean? Should we take everything less seriously?
No, not necessarily less seriously, but just maybe shifting how we look at the serious stuff.
Okay.
Like if you're playing a board game, you don't just randomly move pieces.
Right, there are rules.
Yeah, you learn the rules to improve your chances of winning.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So it's like that with life.
So it's about understanding these principles and using them to our advantage.
Exactly.
Okay.
And one of the big ones is this idea of giving and receiving, which she compares to a boomerang, right? What you send out, you get back.
Oh, interesting.
Whether it's kindness, negativity, even just our general outlook,
It's all connected.
it all comes back to us.
So actions have consequences, but also like our thoughts and feelings.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's where things get really interesting. Like, she talks about this thing, intuition, our inner wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Like, we all have this internal guidance system,
Yeah.
and tapping into it is key.
So like those gut feelings that we get,
Right,
yet
exactly.
turn out to be right.
Yeah.
But how do we know if it's really our intuition or just like our fears or wishful thinking?
Well, that's a great question, something we can explore further as we
Well,
go.
okay, yeah, let's do that.
But sticking with this life is a game thing,
Yeah.
she lays out some pretty key lessons, for how to approach this game.
Yeah, she does. She outlines 3 main lessons.
Right.
Pretty thought-provoking.
Where do you want to start?
Let's start with life's class.
Okay, life's class.
She really believed that we're not just passive passengers. Like, we can shape our experiences.
Yeah.
And she breaks it down into, like 4 main areas.
Okay.
Wealth, health, love, and self-expression.
Right. So it's not just a hand we're dealt. We have some control
Exactly.
over the cards we play.
Yeah.
So it's like we're all students in this ongoing school of life.
Right.
And these are like the subjects.
Yeah, the subjects in life's class.
Right. Constantly learning, growing,
Okay.
figuring out how to master these things.
I like that. All right, so what's lesson number 2?
All right. You ready for this one? Happiness is your birthright.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love the idea. But
Right.
like, how does that actually work in the real world?
Yeah.
Isn't there always something we have to like overcome or achieve to be truly happy?
Well, here's where she brings in this thing called the law of prosperity,
Mm-hmm.
Also called the law of expectancy.
Okay.
It basically means that our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality.
Okay.
Like what we focus on, we attract.
Okay, so she's saying our mindset is really powerful.
Exactly. Yeah. And this connects to the idea that the mind's divided into 3 parts.
Okay.
The subconscious, the conscious, and the superconscious.
Ooh, that superconscious sounds powerful.
Right.
Can you break that down a little more?
Yeah. So the subconscious, she describes it as like this powerful but kind of directionless energy.
Okay.
It just acts on the impressions it gets.
Okay.
Like electricity.
Okay.
The conscious mind is our everyday thinking mind, observing, analyzing, making decisions.
Makes sense.
But the superconscious, she argued, is the real game changer.
Okay.
Like the mind of God, this source of infinite potential that's within each of us.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So are we saying that by tapping into the superconscious, we can actually influence our reality?
That's the idea.
Okay.
By understanding how these 3 parts work together,
Yeah.
we can, consciously choose the thoughts and images we feed our subconscious.
Okay.
And that then influences the reality we create.
Okay, so our thoughts are powerful, but what about our words? Do they have a role in this game of life?
Absolutely.
Okay.
She believed that words are incredibly powerful,
Yeah.
like magic wands, capable of creating or destroying.
Wow.
Yeah. She warned against careless self-talk,
Right.
emphasized speaking positively
Okay.
to ourselves and others.
So it's not just positive thinking. It's like actively shaping our reality with our words.
Exactly.
Okay.
She has this great example in the book about a guy who always finds a parking spot, even in the most crowded places. And his secret, he always says, I always find parking.
Wow, he's speaking it into existence.
Right.
Okay, that's a little out there, but
Yeah,
I guess if our words are that powerful, we should definitely choose them carefully.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, this is all fascinating, but it also makes me wonder, like, if our words have so much power, it puts a lot of responsibility on us, you know? It
Right.
feels a little daunting.
That's true, which is why she also stressed faith and letting go.
Okay, this is where I get a little skeptical.
I understand.
Like, I'm all for positive thinking, taking responsibility,
Yeah,
but letting go of control, that's tough.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But her idea of faith isn't about blind belief.
Okay.
It's about trusting in a higher power in the universe
Okay.
to guide us, to support us.
So it's more about surrendering to the process.
Exactly.
For
Yeah.
her.
Like she talks about this divine pattern. We should ask for the right situations
Okay.
rather than specific things.
Because what we think we want might not actually be what's best.
Right. And that leads to her principle of law of substitution.
Okay.
Sometimes something even better might be in store.
Right.
It's all part of the game.
Okay. I'm seeing a recurring theme here. Trusting the process.
Yeah.
But I gotta admit, a lot easier said than done.
It definitely takes practice.
Yeah.
But she offers a lot of tools,
Okay.
for cultivating that trust.
Okay.
Affirmations, visualization, gratitude.
Okay, speaking of trusting the process, like, how does karma fit into all of this?
Right, right. So she saw karma as another key rule of the game of life.
Okay.
It's the principle of cause and effect,
Right.
right?
Right.
What you give out, you receive.
Yeah, what goes around comes around.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's directly related to the law of forgiveness.
Okay, forgiveness, that's a big one.
It is.
Why was it so important to her?
Well, she saw it as a way to break free from negative cycles,
Okay.
attract more positivity.
Okay.
Holding on to resentment only hurts us.
Right. So forgiveness isn't about being nice to the person who wronged us.
Right.
It's more about like freeing ourselves
Exactly.
from that negative energy.
Yeah, she tells this story about a woman who was infatuated with this guy, and he just wasn't treating her well.
Okay.
But instead of clinging to resentment, she chose to forgive him,
Okay.
bless him,
Okay.
knowing that she deserved better.
Yeah, I can see how letting go of that negativity would open her up to attracting a better relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing our worth,
Yeah.
creating space for those healthier connections.
That makes sense. I'm starting to see how this ties back to the idea of happiness being our birthright.
Right.
We deserve to be treated with respect and kindness.
I believe it.
And forgiveness helps us align with that.
It does, yeah.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here.
Well, yeah.
I want to make sure we touch on one more key concept. Intuition.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that inner voice.
Yeah.
So she saw intuition as a spiritual guidance system, like completely separate from logic.
Okay.
She encouraged her readers to trust their gut feelings.
Yeah. Okay.
Pay attention to the signs
Yeah.
the universe sent us.
This resonates with me. Like, I often have a hunch about something,
Right.
and later I realize it was the right path.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell sometimes, like, is it intuition? Or is it fear? Or wishful thinking?
Absolutely. It takes practice.
Yeah.
And it's something we can explore in more detail next time.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot in this first part,
We have
but there's so much more to unpack.
so much more.
So stay tuned as we continue to explore these tools and techniques
Yes.
that she offers for mastering this game of life.
Absolutely.
And creating a life of happiness and success and fulfillment.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's what we're all after, right?
Exactly.
All right. Welcome back to our deep dive, into Florence Scovel Shinn's The Game of Life and how to play it.
So far, we've been exploring, this whole philosophy of life as a game.
Right.
With these, like, specific rules we can learn and use to navigate, more successfully.
Yeah.
It's really got me thinking about how much control we actually have
Oh, yeah.
over our experiences.
It's a key point. And, one of the things that stands out to me in Shinn's work
Yeah.
is his emphasis on personal responsibility.
Oh, okay.
It's not about just waiting for good things to happen,
Yeah.
right? It's about actively creating the life we want.
It's definitely more empowering
Yeah.
than just hoping for the best.
Yeah.
But to be honest,
Yeah.
putting these principles into practice can feel kind of overwhelming.
I hear you.
Where do we even begin?
Right. Well, that's where Shinn gets really practical.
Okay.
She offers these tools and techniques you can actually use.
Okay.
One of the most powerful is affirmations.
Okay, affirmations. I've heard of those. They're those positive statements you repeat, right?
Right.
I've always been a bit skeptical, though. Like, do they really work?
Well, Shinn was a huge believer in them.
Okay.
She saw them as a way to reprogram our subconscious mind.
Right.
Right. Replacing the negative thought patterns with the positive ones.
Okay.
But the key is, it's not just mindlessly repeating words. It's about choosing affirmations that really resonate
Okay.
and repeating them with feeling, with conviction.
So it's about shifting our energy, our
Yes.
vibration, to align with what we want.
Exactly.
Okay.
And remember, the subconscious doesn't really differentiate between what's real and what's imagined.
Oh, interesting.
So when we're consistently affirming what we want,
Yeah.
we're planting those seeds in our subconscious,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
That can then blossom into reality.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if I find myself thinking I'm never going to get that promotion,
Right.
I could try replacing it with something like I am capable and deserving of success.
Perfect example.
It feels a little awkward saying it out loud, but I'm starting to get the idea.
It's about shifting from a lack mindset to an abundance mindset.
Right.
And affirmations are great for that.
Okay, so affirmations are one tool,
Yeah.
but I'm guessing she had others.
Oh, yeah, she had a whole toolbox.
What else did she recommend?
Another powerful one is visualization.
Okay.
She believed that by vividly imagining our desired outcomes,
Okay.
we're creating a blueprint in our minds
Okay.
that the universe can work with.
So it's like creating a mental movie
Yes.
of our dreams coming true.
Exactly.
I can see how that could be powerful,
Yeah,
but it also sounds like it takes focus and discipline.
it does. It's not just daydreaming.
Right.
Shinn
Yeah.
encouraged people to really engage all of their senses.
Okay.
Sight, sound, smell, touch.
Create a really immersive experience.
Yes.
Okay, so if I'm visualizing that dream vacation,
Yeah.
I shouldn't just picture myself on a beach. I
Right.
should try to feel the warm sand, hear the waves crashing.
To smell the salty air.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Create a multisensory experience.
It tricks your subconscious into believing it's already happening.
Okay, and when the subconscious believes it,
Yeah,
it's more likely to manifest.
that's the idea.
This is really opening up some possibilities. Okay, so we've got affirmations, visualizations.
Yeah.
What other techniques did she recommend?
Another crucial ingredient is gratitude.
Okay, gratitude. I hear that a lot these days.
Yeah.
But, it's hard sometimes. Life throws curveballs.
It does.
It's easy to get caught up in negativity.
I understand.
Yeah.
But Shinn's point was that even in the midst of challenges,
Yeah.
there's always something to be grateful for.
Okay.
It might be small,
Yeah.
a cup of coffee in the morning,
Right.
kind words from a friend,
Yeah.
or simply the fact that you woke up breathing today.
Okay, so it's about training our minds to look for those silver linings,
Yeah,
even when things are tough.
exactly.
But does focusing on the good really have that much of an impact?
Well, she believed it was fundamental.
Okay.
She saw gratitude as this powerful, energetic force.
Okay.
When we focus on what we appreciate, it shifts our vibration, and we start to attract more things to be grateful for.
So it becomes a self-perpetuating cycle.
Exactly. And there's actually research that backs this up.
Oh, really?
Studies have shown that practicing gratitude can reduce stress,
Wow.
improve sleep, boost our immune system,
That's pretty amazing.
increase happiness.
Okay, so we've got affirmations,
Yeah.
visualizations,
Right.
gratitude.
Yeah.
These all sound like powerful tools for aligning with those principles
Right.
that she talks about.
Yeah.
But I'm still wondering,
Yeah.
what about those times when life throws us a curveball?
Right.
What does she say about dealing with challenges?
Well, she was very realistic about the fact that life isn't always easy.
Right.
In fact, she saw challenges as an integral part of the game.
Oh, okay.
But she believed that how we respond to those challenges,
Yeah.
that's what matters.
So it's not about avoiding challenges.
No.
It's about learning to navigate them
Exactly.
with grace and resilience.
She encouraged her readers to view those challenges as opportunities for growth,
Okay.
like those levels in a video game
Okay.
that test your skills
Right.
and help you level up.
So instead of getting stuck in frustration,
Right.
despair when something goes wrong,
Yeah,
we should try to see it as a chance to learn,
exactly.
to evolve.
She believed that every challenge carries a seed of opportunity,
Okay.
and it's up to us to shift our perspective,
Right.
to see that potential for transformation.
This is starting to sound like a very different way of approaching life.
Yeah.
It's not about playing the victim.
Right.
It's about taking ownership,
Yeah.
Focusing on the positive.
Absolutely.
Trusting that even when things are tough, we can create a better experience.
That's a great summary
Yeah.
of Shinn's philosophy.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing our power
Yeah.
to shape our reality,
Oh.
but also acknowledging that there's something greater
Okay.
guiding us, supporting us.
So it's like a dance between our human agency and this greater force that's at work.
And it's that balance that allows us to play the game of life with more confidence,
Okay.
more grace.
This is really inspiring.
It is.
But I imagine it takes practice.
It does.
To fully integrate these principles.
Yeah.
Where do we even begin?
Well, one of her key suggestions was to start by taking a look at ourselves.
Right. Okay.
Identify the areas where we feel stuck, unfulfilled.
So acknowledging where we might be falling short
Mm.
of our own potential.
Exactly. It's about asking the tough questions.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
what's not working? What do I want to change?
Okay.
What steps can I take?
Okay. Once we've identified those areas,
Yeah.
what's next? How do we actually make those changes?
Well, she believed that small, consistent steps
Okay.
are the key to lasting transformation.
Okay.
So focus on one area at a time.
Okay.
Set realistic goals.
Okay. So instead of trying to overhaul our entire lives overnight,
Right.
start with small, manageable changes.
Exactly. It's about creating momentum.
Yeah.
Building on those small victories,
Right.
gradually shifting our habits.
It's like the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Exactly.
It takes time, patience
It does.
to create lasting change,
Yeah.
but every step we take in the right direction brings us closer.
And remember, the journey is just as important as the destination.
Oh, that's a good point.
She emphasized enjoying the process,
Okay.
celebrating the small wins, learning from those missteps.
This all makes so much sense. It's really motivating.
It is.
But I know some people might be listening and
Yeah.
thinking, okay, this all sounds great, but does it really work?
Yeah.
Are there real examples
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
of people who have used her ideas?
Countless stories
Wow.
of people who have used Shinn's teachings to overcome challenges,
Yeah.
manifest their dreams, create more fulfilling lives.
Wow. That's amazing. And it's not just anecdotal evidence, is it?
Now, there's a whole body of research
Oh, wow.
that supports these principles.
Really? So science is catching up to these ideas that Shinn was talking about almost a century ago.
Exactly.
What kind of research?
Well, for example, there's this whole field called positive psychology
Okay.
that explores things like gratitude and optimism and mindfulness
Yeah.
and how they impact our well-being. And the findings are pretty amazing.
Wow.
Like they've shown that these practices can reduce stress,
Wow.
improve our physical health,
Oh, fine.
increase our happiness.
So the things that she was advocating for
Yeah.
intuitively are now being validated by science.
It's like ancient wisdom meeting modern science.
Exactly.
And the more we learn about this interconnectedness of our minds and bodies and
Yeah.
spirits,
Yeah.
the more we realize the truth in her teachings.
Okay.
We really do have this power to shape our reality.
It all starts with our thoughts, our beliefs, the choices we make.
Absolutely.
This is so empowering.
It is.
It's like we're given a whole new set of tools to create a life that aligns with our deepest desires.
With our true selves.
Exactly. That's a good way to put it.
That's the beauty of her work, you know?
Yeah.
She offers a path to personal transformation,
Okay.
but also reminds us that we're not alone on the journey.
Right.
We have the support of something greater,
Yeah.
the guidance of our own intuition, the wisdom of those who came before us.
Her message is a really potent blend of hope and possibility.
It is.
No matter where we're starting from,
Yeah.
no matter what challenges we're facing,
Right.
we have this power to create a more fulfilling experience.
That's the essence of it, you know?
Yeah.
Embracing this game of life
Yeah.
with enthusiasm, with curiosity, with that deep trust.
This has been such an insightful conversation.
It has.
I'm already feeling inspired to put some of these principles into practice.
That's great.
But before we get too carried away,
Yeah.
we're just about out of time for this part of our deep dive.
Okay.
We'll pick up where we left off in part 3,
Sounds good.
exploring even more of Shinn's work.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Back again for the final part of our deep dive
For 3.
into Florence Scovel Shinn and the game of life and how to play it.
Yeah.
And honestly, this book has really, gotten me thinking about,
It really makes you think.
how I approach life
Yeah.
in general.
It's amazing how relevant her ideas still are
Yeah, absolutely.
after all this time.
Yeah, we've been talking about, life is a game.
Yeah.
The power of our thoughts, our words,
Right.
the importance of gratitude,
Yes.
forgiveness,
Forgiveness.
even karma.
Yeah.
And it's like looking at my own life through a whole new lens.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
As we wrap up, I wanted to share a couple more gems
Okay.
from Shinn's book.
Okay.
One of the things she really emphasizes is this idea of non-resistance.
Non-resistance. Okay.
So she believed that when we resist what is,
Yeah.
we actually create more suffering.
So it's more about going with the flow.
Yeah, exactly. Like instead of fighting against the current.
Right. It reminds me of that serenity prayer,
Oh, yeah.
accepting the things we cannot change.
Yeah, having the courage to change
Yeah.
the things we can and the wisdom to know the difference.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, it's about recognizing that sometimes
Yeah.
the most powerful thing we can do is surrender.
Surrender.
Trust
Okay.
that even when things seem tough,
Yeah.
there's a greater plan.
Okay, that makes sense. But doesn't that kind of contradict, the idea of actively shaping our reality?
Well, it's not about passive acceptance.
Okay.
It's about finding that sweet spot between action
Okay.
and surrender.
So discerning when to put in the effort.
Yeah, when to let go.
Okay.
Sometimes the most effective action is to step back,
Right.
release our attachment to a specific outcome,
Okay.
and allow the universe to do its thing.
So finding that balance
Yes.
between effort and
Yeah.
trust.
Exactly.
And that's where our intuition comes in.
Right, that inner guidance system helps us know when to push forward, when to surrender.
This reminds me of what we were talking about before, like
Right.
learning to distinguish our intuition
Yeah.
from fear or wishful thinking.
It's so important, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like developing that trust in ourselves.
Yes,
And the universe is really crucial.
it is. It doesn't happen overnight.
Right, it takes time.
It's a process.
Yeah.
Shinn recommends things like prayer,
Okay.
meditation,
Okay.
spending time in nature.
Yeah, to connect with ourselves.
Yeah, to cultivate that deeper connection.
With something bigger.
Exactly.
Okay.
And as we deepen that connection,
Yeah.
we start to view challenges not as roadblocks,
Okay.
but as opportunities,
Opportunities, yeah.
stepping stones on the path
Right.
to becoming more whole.
Okay, this makes me think about those times
Yeah.
when I've resisted change in my own life.
Oh, yeah.
You
Let's
know?
do it.
Yeah, like clung to the familiar,
Yeah.
even when it wasn't serving me anymore.
Sure, it's uncomfortable, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
What would Shinn say about those situations?
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, she would probably say it's natural to fear the unknown,
Right.
but real growth often requires us to step outside our comfort zone.
Okay.
She was all about embracing uncertainty,
Okay.
trusting that even when we can't see where we're going,
Yeah.
the universe is guiding us towards something better.
It's like taking a leap of faith,
Yeah,
believing that we'll land safely even if we can't see the net.
beautifully put.
Yeah. Takes courage.
It does.
But it's about surrendering
Yeah.
to the unfolding of our lives.
Trusting that we're supported
Yeah. Okay.
every step of the way.
This is so inspiring. It seems like her philosophy can really be applied to
Right.
so many areas of our lives, our relationships,
Absolutely.
our careers, our health.
Yeah, our spiritual growth.
It's really a holistic approach.
It is. It's not about compartmentalizing these principles,
Right.
but weaving them into the very fabric of our being.
So it's not just about playing the game strategically. Right. It's about becoming masterful players. Yes. Embodying these principles in everything we do.
It's about shifting from that mindset of scarcity and fear
Yeah.
to one of abundance.
Abundance and
That-
love, remembering that we're all connected and we have this power
We do.
to create a more beautiful world.
For ourselves and others.
Yeah, this has been an amazing deep dive.
It has been.
Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge
My pleasure.
and insights about Florence Scovel Shinn.
Yeah, she's a fascinating figure.
And her work, I know our listeners are walking away
Yeah,
with so much to think about.
so much.
That a whole new toolkit for approaching life.
It's a new way of looking at things.
Yeah.
A new way of playing the game.
Exactly.
Right.
Game of life.
With more joy,
Yes,
more purpose, and more mastery.
that's what we want.
That's it.
Remember, the game is always on, so
Game is always on.
go out there, embrace the adventure,
Yeah.
create something magical.
And we'll be back soon with another deep dive. Another deep dive.
Into a topic that's sure to
Expand your mind.
expand your mind and inspire your soul.
Absolutely.
Until then, keep playing the game
Yes.
with passion, with purpose,
a purpose.
and a whole lot of heart.
Love it.